Good afternoon. Your comments are welcome on our social media handles. We'll start from the court because businessman Richard Jakpa is this afternoon optimistic justice will prevail as the controversial ambulance procurement trial at the Financial and Economic Court gets underway. Now, big waves of the opposition NDC were in court today to throw their weight behind the minority leader, Dr. Kesala, to force him, who is the first accused standing trial for causing financial loss to the state in the process leading to the procurement of some ambulances. We know that the Attorney General, Godfred Dame, has filed an application challenging an affidavit of mistrial and an inquiry into his conduct filed by the first accused, Dr. Kesala, to force and lawyer for the third accused also. Now, businessman Richard Jakpa have also filed an application demanding charges against him be dropped. Now, a high-spirited Richard Jakpa, who spoke exclusively to Joy News before entering the court, says he expects nothing but justice from the sitting judge.
And come and refute the allegations and then set aside the record according to his opinion straight, the way he thinks it's supposed to be. I have done mine in court, so I'm expecting to come and do this.
Do you
is in court, not in public opinion.
Do you
to determine that.
Sorry about that. Do you expect Mr. Godfred Dame to be in court today? Is that your expectation?
Well, he's supposed to be in court because he's Attorney General, and this issue is personally between he and I. You know,
if he doesn't show up, how would you feel if he doesn't show up?
The court to determine that.
Mm-hmm. So again, you want to reiterate that at the end of the day, you would be exonerated. You are not going to jail.
Because I'm an innocent man.
What do you make of the position that the tape you put out is a doctored tape?
Well, they are claiming it's a doctored tape. I didn't say that. So they should bring the original. You should tell the original to the court.
But why did you record the Attorney General?
Well, that is not for you.
He says you've been disingenuous.
But that's what he claims.
That it was a private. It was a private.
Prosecuting innocent people. Who is disingenuous?
It was a private conversation, and now you put it out.
You claim it's a private conversation.
That's what he says.
Well, a private conversation, when it's a conversation that leads to committing crimes, it can no longer be private. It becomes a crime against the state. So it can no longer be private. So that private claim is neither here nor there.
The bottom line is you didn't tender that in evidence.
I'm not a lawyer. My lawyer knows his strategy, and he understands the court processes more than I do. So he's doing what is required by him. He has got his own strategy, and I cannot dictate to him his strategy.
So at the end of the day, you expect that you're going to walk?
Well, there must be justice, and I'm here seeking for justice.
So justice, anything other than you walking free will be injustice?
I cannot decide that I'm walking free. It is her ladyship who will decide based upon the evidence I used before her. The evidence will lead to that. And I know she's going to hold fidelity to the law. And that's what is expected of her. And that's exactly what I know she'll be doing. So I don't have any issue at all.
Are you looking forward to a face-off between you and Mr. Godfred Dame?
No, it can't be a face-off.
Face-to-face, let me put it that way, face-to-face.
There's no need for face-to-face. We are dealing everything in court. My lawyers will deal with it.
In court, in court.
But I cannot cross-examine him. My lawyer will do that. So there's nothing like face-to-face.
Have you seen him?
It's an issue of evidence against evidence. The game is about evidence, that is all.
Have you seen him since you put out the tape? Have you seen the Attorney General after putting out the tape in the public domain?
Not at all.
Has he reached out to you?
Not at all.
Have you reached out to him?
Not at all.
So there was a CJ, Justice of the Supreme Court involved. Has he reached out to you?
Not at all.
There were many who they believe that you actually thought about you wanted to record the Attorney General. That's why your voice is so loud.
Well, that is their opinion. They're entitled to their opinion.
Okay. So how's the feeling now that they're whipping this out? Now you are the man in town. Everybody is talking about Mr. Jakpa.
Well, I'm focusing in court. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. As for public opinion, I've not spoken to the public. I'm dealing with the court.
What kind of reception do you get after this whole matter?
Oh, normal as every other citizen.
You work free in town, nobody
Free in town.
Are you concerned about your security?
Well,
you are a security couple. You have a background in security and all of that.
I'm a gorilla in the jungle, so I'm not worried about the jungle business.
You don't think they will come after you? Someone will come after you?
They can try it. If they succeed, fine. But they must make sure they come with
Have you
professionals.
received any threats?
If they bring amateurs, it will be death sentence for them. But if they should be bringing professionals, if they really want to come after them. That is all.
Many see you to be an outspoken person. You're a very strong man. Is that the case?
Well, that is their opinion.
We
But
should.
what I know is that I'm a principled man.
You're a principled man.
That is all. As to being a strong man, it's a different matter altogether.
Thank you.
Hope to see you again after the proceedings.
All right, thank you very much.
So, very revealing interview there from the Richie Jakpa, the third accused in this, ambulance trial that is ongoing at the court. Now, the court sat today. Member of our legal affairs desk, Latif Idris, joins me with more. So, Latif, first, let's talk about the case. What transpired in court today? And we are trying to get Latif's attention. He's in court to update us on what transpired in court today. So, Latif, if you can hear me, I understand that hearing is over for today, but walk us through what transpired in court today. Right, so there were some applications that were before the court today, and lawyer for Richie Jakpa, Tadiosore, had filed an application as for the discontinuation of the case. Lawyers for the minority leader, Dr. Casey Latoforce, also filed another case in court, virtually backing the decision by the lawyer for Tadiosore and asking for a mistrial. So in court today, the Attorney General had actually filed an affidavit in opposition, dismissing all of them, if you like. So the matters were put before the judge who is sitting on this particular matter, and she gave some directive going forward on this matter. And want to understand what transpired in court today, and my colleague Latif, the Attorney General himself, has been responding to this matter. Remember, the NDC had a news conference last week where they played a recording, a conversation between Richie Jakpa, the third accused, and of course the Attorney General, in which some comments were made. The NDC came to the conclusion that Godfrey Yeboah-Dame, by his conduct, is unfit to continue as the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, and demanded his resignation, or President Akufo-Addo should go ahead and sack him. Now, none of the demands they made last week has materialized, because Godfrey Yeboah-Dame is still the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, and today he was in court to prosecute this particular matter. And we'll get to Latif pretty soon to get to understand what happened in court, and possibly hear from the Attorney General, who spoke to the media briefly after the court hearing, where the judge now, adjourned the case till the 6th of June. That's on Thursday, for her to rule on the application demanding the truncation of the case, and then to dismiss it outright. The judge's decision will determine whether the substantive case will go on, or the issues about alleged misconduct leveled against the Attorney General will be given another hearing. These are matters that we want to understand from our correspondent who was in court during this particular, So if the Attorney General response is ready, perhaps we can bring it to our viewers as we wait to connect with my colleague Latif Idris. All right, so we'll take a short break and return with a pause with more on this developing matter. Right, so let me bring in Latif Idris. He was in court when all of this transpired in the courtroom, and there were issues that also transpired after the court hearing. So, Latif, if you can hear me, walk us through what happened in court today.
A financial and economic court here at the court complex. The courtroom was packed to the rafters. That is what literally happened here in the courtroom. It was packed to the rafters. We have a lot of people standing outside because the capacity was full and there was no place for anyone to sit in the courtroom. That goes to show how crucial or significant this ongoing trial is for a number of people, a number of segments regarding which part you want to look at and the interests that are involved in this ambulance trial. So the first accused person, Dr. Casey Lato-Forson, the third accused person, Richard Jakpa, they were both in court. The Attorney General, Godfred Dame, was in court himself. The lawyers for the third and then the first accused, Thaddeus Sori and Bamba, were all in court, well represented. And the case itself started, I think, a minute before 12. The court had given that 12 o'clock midday proceedings was going to start. But it started, I think, a minute before midday. So the judge sat in, and then the proceedings started. Essentially, what happened in court today is the fact that the sitting judge has made the ruling that she's going to rely on the evidence before her. And evidence here, we are referring to the affidavit and the applications that have been filed by the parties involved in the ongoing trial. She's going to rely on that to make a ruling come June 6th, 2024. That is this coming Thursday. She will make a ruling based on the applications that she has before her. And we know there are about 4 applications before her, and she will make the ruling. Today in court, lawyer for Richard Jakpa made the argument trying to contest the affidavit filed by the Attorney General. He made a case that the deponent or the person who filed the affidavit on behalf of the Attorney General didn't have the capacity to do so. That is the argument put forth by lawyer Thaddeus Sori, who is representing Richard Jakpa. That argument got the Attorney General, lawyer Godfred Dame, to stand in open court to rebut that argument by lawyer Thaddeus Sori, and he made the case that it is within the right of the deponent, that is the one who filed the affidavit, to do so. So there is no case there as far as the Attorney General is concerned. And so at the end of the day, the judge says she's going to rely on the applications or the affidavits, whatever she has before her, and pass a ruling come June the 6th. Now, after the court proceedings, we heard the Attorney General, who says that he's very confident, he's in high spirit, and he expects that at the end of the day, his case will be proven to be on top, and that even though, as he put it, the evil is setting traps on its way, he is confident that at the end of the day, he will prevail. That was on one leg. On the other leg, we had the NDC, the communications director of the opposition, NDC, Sami Jemfi, also addressing the media here after the proceedings. And he made the case that the Attorney General is running away from swearing under oath. That is why he did not, depose to the affidavit that was filed in his defense, because he knows that once he does that, there will be consequences, because he will lie under oath. He's running away from telling lies under oath. And I'm quoting the communications director of the opposition, NDC, who made that claim when he addressed the media here, making the case that why didn't the Attorney General himself depose to this affidavit that has been filed in open court? So that was the long and short of what happened today. It was packed, highly expectant. At the end of the day, the judge will make a determination on these applications before her to clear the way, and then we would see what will happen in the coming days from Thursday, when this ruling is expected to take place here at the High Court. Back to you, Alton.